Thought I'd make a longer video for no reason other than the fact that I think these babies are like the cutest things ever. Like, I love them. Here, let me put them down. Unless they don't want to. Oh, that's fine. You can stay on me. I don't mind. Just like, they're so cute. I love this litter so much. The mom only had 3 pups. Uh, and I was not expecting them to be this adorable because their mom's kind of rude, to be honest. She's from an outcross to a line that was kind of rude. But they were mixed in with my chaos line, which is very sweet. And I think that the chaos line genes came through because all these babies are just like the most mellow, relaxed little goobers ever. Like, look at her. Look at that little blue splash baby. She's just so cute. Oh, and what's really tough for me is these guys are from my agouti line, which I'm currently just, like, I'm only breeding mice from the agouti line to the agouti line. But, like, all of these babies would make amazing additions to my Chaos Recessive Yellow line with their personalities and their colors. Like, they're just fabulous. I just love them. But I have to keep them separate for at least the next year until I know more about the agoutis, so I'm stuck keeping these guys separate. And if I keep them, I just have to breed them to a line that isn't the same color, because none of them turned out to be agouti. Guys, you're from the agouti line. You're supposed to be agoutis. I think she might, this little blue splash girl, I think she might be an agouti. But she's got seed dilutes covering it, so she's probably just like a blue splash agouti. This girl's a flame point, actually. Flame point's really weird. Not a whole bunch is known for sure about what color causes the color. There's some speculation, and based off of my own experience and based off of what she's got going on, she's definitely got at least 1 copy of Siamese. Splash is in there for sure. She's got pink eye dilution, actually, on top of sea dilutes. So, and we know that that's a necessary component. And then she could have chinchilla as her other sea dilute. Yeah, you could. It's possible. And there's speculation that the chinchilla and Siamese and the pink eye dilution together make it possible for a little bit more yellow pigment to show through. I also speculate that you need a little bit of soot. I'm pretty sure that the only reason this is showing up as well as it is because she's a little bit sooty. Most of my recessive yellows are sooty. I mean, this girl right here, this little lady is a recessive yellow splash. And you can see on her back, she's a splash, so of course she has some color showing. But some of the color that's showing is gray rather than truly yellow. And so, you know, we've got a lot of sootiness going on. And the black pigment doesn't get diluted as much as the yellow pigment does by sea dilutes and other dilution genes. Yellow tends to get diluted a lot. The only exception to that rule being the pink eye dilution, which this girl has. That's all very complicated stuff if you don't know about genetics, but yeah, there's some speculation. And so far my experience is lined up with that. You are just so cute. I really like you. I don't normally keep pink eye dilutes to breed in my colony, just because it's not a color that I'm really going for. It's not a gene I really need for any of my projects, but this girl, she's just so bold. Like, she's come up to me more than the others. She's only a couple weeks old, a little bit more than a couple weeks, and she's already approaching me out of curiosity to say hi. She's got quite a bit of confidence and spunk to her, so I might just have to keep her, because confidence is, like, my favorite thing with personality. Like, I still select for, like, cuddles, sure, and mice that are easy to handle, but even before I'll select an easy, slow, cuddly mouse, I will select, oh, don't mind that, that's a little bit of tape. I will select for a confident mouse that just is very curious, approaches things. You can see that her eyes, and that's some pinkies I'm looking at in the background, don't mind those, but you can see that she's just boldly approaching me. Whereas, like, this girl, she's still pretty confident. Like, she doesn't mind if I go petting her. But she's more likely to wink her eyes. See that? That winking you see? that is a sign in a young mouse when they wink like that they're feeling uncertain about something. And, you know, like, you might wink your eyes or shut them a little bit, squint, if something was coming at your face and you were nervous it might hurt you. Whereas this girl, if I approach her with my hand like this, you can see her eyes stay further open, and she's a lot more curious and active about it. She seeks out my hand more. See that? It doesn't take very much to get this girl to wink. But she's still very personable and sweet. And this girl's closer to the colors that I usually go for with my chaos line. Of course, these guys aren't from my chaos line, so it's not really what I'm selecting for now, is it? But in comparison to that other girl, she's much slower, more mellow, easier to handle. So, you know, a very good mouse, regardless of how much more hesitant she is. But that's something I'd look out for when selecting for a good breeder. So she'd actually be second on my list as far as personality goes, just because of my personal preference and confidence. But she's so pretty. This is my preferred splash recessive yellow over this color. I don't know if you can see the difference between the two. You might be able to. She's more like a toasted marshmallow. She's more like, I don't know, very lightly toasted marshmallow. I like a little bit more toasted than this. You're so pretty though. Honestly, she's growing on me. Just her personality, I think, is winning her the case. You're okay too. Yeah, you warm up pretty fast as well. These guys are all amazing. I'm just always making comparisons. It's my job, guys. Don't hate me, okay? Don't hate me. I love you. You're so cute. And you still let me pet you, so it's okay. Yeah, you're very patient. Even if you're not super confident, you're very patient. And then, don't mind that. It's a baby present. Yeah, you guys left a present. Look at you squinting. Look at you not squinting. Oh my goodness. And then this middle one I haven't talked about much. She's more similar in personality to the other recessive yellow, but I'd say even more shy and more mellow. But at the same time, she's got a calmness to her. I'd say that she's the calmest of the bunch, which does have its perks, but it also means the mouse is less likely as an adult to, like, approach you. This lady right here, she's going to be constantly causing problems and having adventures and just a good time. This lady's going to be in between, nervous about things, but she'll approach you. This lady won't be as nervous about stuff. Like, you can see that. See that? She approached me with a lot more confidence. She didn't get scared of my finger. She owned my finger. But she's going to be a lot less likely, I think, to come running across the cage to say hello when she's older. But she will be content to be picked up and held. She won't hate it. Yeah. You're more of a calm, steadfast sort of lady. More stoic. You know, we don't mind that. Honestly, this lady is kind of what I'd look for in a good mom. I think she'd be a good mom. She'd be hard to phase. So, she is also up there for breeders. And honestly, she's closer to what I'm going for the Agouti line anyways. Also, that split, it's very subtle because it's all in the splash markings. But I don't know if you can see it. There's a split on her face. One side has a little bit more pigment than the other. And that's really freaking cute. Sadly, you can't breed for that super well. You kind of can. But the splash gene is super variable. So unless I keep a lot of mice with a split face, it's not going to be something that shows up as often as I'd like. Yeah, looking at you, I really do think you might have agouti going on. Just because of the warmth in your tone, in spite of the fact that you're a blue. Like, that's a lot of warmth. I mean, you guys probably, watching, probably don't know how much warmth is normal for a blue splash, but I'm thinking she's pretty warm. And don't mind this, they're getting brand new to the whole defecation thing, so their poos look kind of silly. Yeah, your poos look silly. Yeah, they just barely started in the last few days. It means that they're moving on to more solid foods, and their mom isn't doing all the work for them anymore. Yeah, they're leaving little presents. And that's one reason this blanket gets washed, like, all the dang time. Gotta keep it fresh for every new photo shoot. The reason I always use this blanket is because, oh, look at you winking. But the reason I always use this blanket is because it lets me have a very consistent picture of what the colors of the mice are, what lighting I use, and helps me to compare and contrast colors and lighting schemes and other things to make sure I'm using what works and what's consistent, and I keep track of my breeding. So, oh, look at her, she's so sleepy. Oh my goodness, your sister's so sleepy. I'm gonna try petting her. Oh, I did it. I did it. I'm so proud. It's so hard when you guys are this small. I like to start petting my mice pretty young. One, because it's so fun. They're so soft. Okay, honestly though, babies at this age are the softest they're gonna be because like they're just very squishy and fat from all the mama's milk. So they just, and their coats are also still like their baby coats. So they're just so soft. And they feel so like squishy and warm. And they're also, depending on the temperament, like some hoppers at this age are absolutely insane. But like these guys are great. And if they are great at this age, they're just so fun to hold. So melty and sweet. This is like one of my favorite ages in non-hopper bred mice. And I do select away from hoppers. I don't usually breed mice that go crazy at this age, so that I can enjoy the experience of holding a cute pile of soft, squishy babies who are just so full of love. I'm sorry, it's hard to focus a camera when you're holding babies. Oh, look at them. Oh, they all came to me, mostly. You guys are all gonna be so good, though. I might keep one or two, but I don't think I'll let myself keep all three. So one of these guys will probably end up going home to somebody in the next 4 5-ish weeks. Yeah, after they turn 6, 7 weeks, that's when I start to market them. Usually they get sold between 6 and 12 weeks, depending on the line and how good they do. Show lines tend to take longer to age and develop, but pet type lines like this go a little bit faster, so we'll see how these girls do. I think you're probably going to be a keeper, though. Yeah, you're probably going to be a keeper. Anyways, that's all. I just thought I'd share this litter check-in with you guys. But now I gotta take care of these little babies. And these little babies need to go back to their mama, who has probably enjoyed the break, if we're being honest. Yeah, she's probably enjoyed it, because you guys are a handful. But yeah, I will see you guys later with another litter check-in or another short, something along those lines. I hope you guys have wonderful evenings or mornings or days, and hopefully they're filled with some form of cuteness, whether that be mice, bugs, lizards, or mollusks. That's all for now. Bye-bye.